guys, how's it going? It's Miyoko from Japan. Welcome back to my channel. I am live from Fukuoka Prefecture, Japan. How are you guys doing? I came at, I came late. Let me make a post on X. First of all, okay, 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 guys, dear Americans. Congratulations! USA! 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 I'm gonna wake you guys up. USA! From Japan! Congratulations on your successful strike against Iran. Oh my gosh. Sorry if my microphone, by the way, is like touching my clothes, but hey, hello, Yoko from Michigan. Hello, hey, hey. You guys made us all happy over here in Japan as well. Yo, Yoko, hello, hello from Michigan. Yay. Wait, two Michigan people? What do you think? It's a great thing. Like, first of all, I am. Oh, he's gonna. My husband is gonna kind of adjust the green screen location, I guess. But first of all, I was again, like, what's the word? Like, impressed is kind of condescending. It's like I was blown away by this successful attack by the U.S. again, like after Venezuela. Like, how can you be so precise? You know? Oh, like I kind of like I knew it though, like how America, like I know, like the high level military skills of the United States. I've been witnessing that as a close ally, but man, again, like Khamenei got eliminated successfully too, and now it's up to the people. But the regime will remain the same, though. I don't know how unstable they will get, you know. But it is also just so you know, this is today's newspaper. They didn't go like, you know, this is today's newspaper, and Khamenei getting eliminated. That news came to Japan, like that came out like in the middle of the night. Like I was trying to fall asleep, and like I think it's around 2 a.m. or so. Like I started to see that 1 a.m., 2 a.m., or maybe 3, like around there. Like I started to see some posts on X about Khamenei, and we weren't sure, like exactly sure, because at first, like we were hearing like, oh, he might be away from his residential area or something. So we didn't know. But our newspaper, however, at least like we heard about it at like around 6 or so last night. I don't exactly remember because I was out. But yeah, I was already seeing like, oh, like America with Israel like attacked Iran, and it's bam, it's on the front, the front page news in Japan. Okay, and there's a map, and yes, so against nuclear development, the massive operation. It's called Epic Fury, right? It's epic. So USA, yay! Thank you. Thank you for super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Aloha from Hawaii. Hello. Florida is in oh yeah, he was in Florida, right? President Trump was in Florida, and Vance was in the White House, right? How's y'all? How are you? Good morning from Sweden. Hello, good morning. So the Japanese like this. I'm glad for the Iranians, Israelis, and everyone. Yeah, I mean, like it kind of, I guess our extreme leftists might have issues just like, you know, some extreme liberal leftists in the world do, you know, because they just want to oppose America. But generally speaking, if you have common sense here in Japan, your view would be that, you know, like our perspective generally is that Japan is on the side of the other G7 countries and so-called like free world, against the axis of evil, like China, Russia, Iran, North Korea, and that the other side, we were fighting against them. So Iran is one of their important ally, of that side. And by getting rid of that leader, the leader means a lot because like I think that the majority of people are probably thinking about China and Israel and so on, but it will affect Russia as well. Russia invasion in Ukraine. Russia is dependent on other, their allies and including Iran. So it's I'm really hoping that Putin and even Kim Jong Un too, who is helping Putin, that Kim Jong Un is probably like shaking right now, like right, because when the deals do not go as America wishes, or that like or like the negotiations, like it should happen in the way that it should. And they will, like some leaders I think are spoiled by the past administrations of the U.S. And now they are facing the reality that this is America. And my impression overall was that, wow, America seriously is back, Like I really love strong America because it really, we are a close ally here in Japan, So like I am so glad to see America being strong. Oh, such a good day, man. Oh, super chat. Thank you so much. As always, thank you, thank you, thank you. Matt from Sweden, thank you. Oh, super chat from Brad. Thank you so much. So I haven't had a TV on all day. Really? Anything happening? Oh, just another day, getting rid of another leader of the countries that don't listen to America, right? USA, USA, USA. Yeah, but Japan though officially, I think Takaichi posted like right away, I think, and just to make sure that our people in Iran are safe, or like countries around there, just our leader has to make sure that our people are safe, right? Like not hopefully not involved in the attacks, right? So that's something that our Prime Minister Takaichi and also our foreign ministry, they were posting stuff like that. And the what's interesting though is that even right now, like Japan has not officially showed our endorsement. Like we are not saying like, oh, we stand with America or stuff like that officially. But Koizumi, though, I saw him speaking to the press saying that, like generally, just like it was asked by the press, kind of like guiding him with a question, but he basically said that like fundamentally, like if you look at it like as a whole, then Japan supports it, but didn't really clearly say it. But it's probably because you know we have to think about how our people react. Like Japan, the majority of Japanese people are against the idea of war. We are brainwashed, so probably they're just trying to avoid unnecessary fight, domestic fight. But what's important is starting from Kishida administration. Kishida is from Hiroshima, so he has this strong commitment to zero nuclear weapons in the world, like a non-proliferation of nuclear weapons, and he was leading that approach, and that matched in the war against that he's like no nuclear power weapons, that matches his his endorsement for Ukraine, in the war against Russia, because Kishida was one of the first to fly to Ukraine to support Ukraine. And then, of course, like we started to give a lot of support for Ukraine financially, and also we gave them a lot of like vests and so on, like non-lethal weapons. And now we are trying to change that framework. But what I'm saying is that Kishida has the leadership to not spread nuclear weapons. By that, he is saying like Russia shouldn't have nuclear weapons, or China, or North Korea even, right? So, and then that policy of like nuclear non-proliferation, it continues to today. So our foreign ministry or foreign minister, he is saying that we are against, even maybe Takaichi is saying that too, like we are against nuclear power nuclear development in Iran. So that's what we support. At least like we are not commenting on the attack itself, but the idea of stopping Iran from, possessing nuclear weapons, we are against it. So, but as for Japan, is it straight? Is it not straight? Huh? Why is it called Hormuz? Is that the term? Let me see. No, English. Just straight, right? Okay.
Strait of Hormuz.
Hormuz. That's the pronunciation. So yeah, Strait of Hormuz. Our 90%中東石油は日本の石油は何パーセント来てますか？ 90%. So 90% of our oil, the oil that we use here in Japan, 90% come from Strait of Hormuz, through there, so from Middle East. So it's gonna affect us as well. But it's like, to us, it's like the necessary evil, that we gotta face it. It's a temporary pain. So yeah, that's about it. I hope you get the basic idea. We don't have 11 nuclear-powered aircraft carriers just to look at them. Huh? You don't have nuclear-powered aircraft carriers? How? I don't know the exact numbers. Free Iran, yeah. How are you? Thanks for coming. I am worried about the people in Iran though, because like there were protesters a while ago, and then they got caught or killed, right? And then it's been a little while, and then here came the attack by the U.S., and it was successful. It's amazing, and at the same time, people are cheering, but I don't know what's gonna happen after this, because people are not armed, right? Like, do they actually have the capacity to fight the regime of what's remaining and so on? Because I saw in Venezuela, like, in that case, Venezuela, like, Trump is not intending to change the regime. He just want to talk to them in the effective way for the U.S. Correct? So, but Iran, Trump wants a regime change. So it's a different story. And however, I don't think that America, from my understanding, I believe that America is not dispatching like military soldiers on the ground. So the Iranians have to do things by their own. But the second leader though, after Khamenei is gone, like there was supposed to be this new guy, but he got killed in an accident, right? Like some kind of flight accident. So I don't know. And then I also see this Iranian. What is this? Like what is he? Like a former prince? Is he in the U.S. and he was saying like, oh, Iranian people has to fight and blah blah blah, and then this attack happened, and then he's still like, giving some statements. So maybe he will be the symbolic guy. I don't know. But yeah, I just hope though that people will stay safe. You know, but I am just so like surprised by America in a good way that like you guys actually are changing the course of history in the world. And I'm just so like, I was reminded once again how big and strong America is, because can you picture Japan doing the same? Of course not, even if we got rid of all the limitations and restrictions, like it wouldn't happen. Like we wouldn't have the mental capacity to begin with to do stuff like this. So I am the initiative and the president's decision, the ability to actually make this like massive decision or judgment and to deliver it successfully. And then it's not the purpose though. The purpose is to make them listen, right? Basically, to Trump wants to negotiate and make the world a better place, like make it peaceful, and protect your allies and bring back the world order in the right place. And America can actually do it. It's just so crazy in a good way, if you know what I mean. America, man, America. Oh, super chat, thank you. That Tiger fan, thank you. Yoko, do you think Trump's attack on Iran will make Xi Jinping think twice about attacking Taiwan? I am not sure. I mean, in a way, of course, like he is watching out for, like he now knows that he cannot make mistakes, when talking to Trump. So he will be extra careful, I think. But at the same time, like Xi Jinping is looking at this, and then they're not complaining right now, right? As far as I can see, I don't see much complaints, right? Because they can like accuse America if they wanted to, like in a really by a massive campaign, but they're not doing that, at least. So what could happen is that, as some experts are pointing out, Trump is gonna go see Xi Jinping in at the end of March to early April, right? Like it's coming very soon. So basically, Trump kind of threatened China, but then from China's perspective, yes, they're probably feel threatened a little bit, right? And then, but then they are kind of keeping quiet right now, not accusing America massively. So basically, they are like compromising, to what America is doing, kind of being like having an open mind, and then so that they can ask Trump like, "Hey, we're quiet right now. So like when we go to Taiwan, you be quiet." Like he would say stuff like that. Like that's the scenario that I already saw someone pointing out, and I'm like, oh, that's true. That might be the case, because China probably wants to separate, like they want to want Trump to like to separate the way of thinking, or it's in this region we will tolerate here. So like in our home ground, do not, like you be tolerant, just like we are being tolerant over there. That sort of things, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So at the end of the day, like Xi Jinping as for Xi Jinping, if he doesn't do what he said that he will, like take over Taiwan and to expand to the Pacific Ocean, then he might. If he didn't do it, of course he would have a good chemistry with other world leaders, including Japan. But if he did that, then he would be accused from within his own country, right? That his position will be shaken, that people will try to defeat Xi Jinping as a weak leader inside. So then he will, get attacked, or he die, he gets killed, or he gets jailed, or that sort of things. So, and I don't think that he would want that to happen. he needs Xi Jinping needs to be a strong leader for his own life. So he will. I don't think that he would stop, because it's his dream and also it's his lifeline. So yeah. So as a result, I think, like in short, I don't think that he will not think twice. He will think twice about his strategy, though. But he just wants Taiwan, just like Putin wants Ukraine. Like those people, they're not even people, they're just like a crazy evil dictators, and they just want what they want, and they will never stop. So yes. Hey Yoko, hello. Persian Gulf, Strait of Hormuz. Yeah, thank you. Japan may not like war, but they don't like dictators either. Yes, exactly. So that's the interesting part of Japan, that like the standard idea about being against war, but at the same time, Japanese people care very, very much about human rights. So it's yeah, it's interesting. I feel this weird, like I don't know what to think about like a very standard Japanese mind, and also like liberals in the world. They always say like, oh, you shouldn't, interfere in other countries' politics, but at the same time they say like, oh, protect human rights. And I'm like, I just think that we should get rid of all the evil-minded people, even like evil-minded dictators in the world. Like it's not difficult, like like people with sanity, with common sense, like we just want to do well, just like we're talking here right now, like we just want to internationally communicate, and then give and take good things, right, and have a good time. And all this like dictators, selfish dictators in the world, they're just like, oh, I want this land. Like, I'm gonna take this land for my own, and attack them, and say all the historical things that like they make up, and they just want to take. And we gotta get rid of those people, right? Super chat, red super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Miso Trash. You always support me. Thank you so much. Oh, Yoko Tax. Yes. Thank you so much. Japan's power is on the rise too. Yeah. I hope Japan can keep being great allies of the U.S. With the U.S. in the future. Thank you so much. Yes. I'm so happy about the red super chat. Like, wow. Thank you so much. I get always like I get lost with words. Thank you so much, you guys. I'm so glad. I gotta thank Trump. I gotta thank Trump senpai for this super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you. But yes, it's really for Japan too. It's a great time right now that America is back to how it should be. Like strong America is the country that we support from here in Japan. And you know what Japanese people are thinking? Like I told you before with Venezuela too, but the next, there are like dictator list in the world, but the next one we are hoping that it's gonna be Kim Jong Un. And I remember saying that with after Venezuela attack, but it's seriously like our people, Japanese people, like hundreds of our people are still caught in North Korea, and symbolic people, that the ones that officially recognized by our government, like 17 or so, they are, North Korea has those people, and we want them to be returned, but North Korea is not listening to us. Takaichi now, just like former leaders, she wants to talk to Kim Jong Un, but I don't know how it is going. But probably this attack, on in Venezuela and now Iran, probably Kim Jong Un is now thinking like how to play. I really want him to just give up. Some people say that it's because our people abducted by North Korea and still living in North Korea. Some people say that some of them have like, they work in like an espionage section of the country, meaning that they have like top secret level of information. So even if they want to return them to Japan, they can't for their safety. That's what I hear. But I just I just want Kim Jong Un though to just give up and return all the Japanese people, and then so then like we will not have much to complain to to North Korea, and then if they unify with South Korea and South Korea becoming bigger, that will benefit us here too as well. So yeah. Yes. But Japan though will like just know that Japan will forever be the great ally of the U.S. Like we just I don't think that like we just love America too much. it's a it's a it's a special bond, Like our countries fought against each other, and we came a long way, and our understanding about each other is so deep, and I really cherish the economic ties and everything too, together with like the fact that I can, I consume a lot of American entertainment on a daily basis. Like I can't live without it, and all the teachings in America, like you guys have verbal communication, like while we have like nonverbal communication culture, but Americans are so verbal, and you guys share information and all the wisdom online as well, and you're giving and giving and giving to the world daily on a daily basis. And if it's on like X and YouTube, it's like for free. Like you're giving a lot of things to the world for free, and I am just so thankful for you. Yes. Get rid of Netanyahu. I think Netanyahu is like he's. I don't. Is he supported by Israel? Is Israeli? Is that how you call Israeli people? It's up to the people. Like they should decide if they want to keep him or not. Yeah. Have to draw a line to protect people. Japan can afford to be against war as we protect them. Yes. If we withdrew, Taiwan will be taken and Japan will be confronted with war at its doorstep. I agree. Yes. Yeah, bye. Yes, finally, our people are waking up. Just like, Hong Kongers and Taiwanese people, they know the danger of CCP. They are strongly against CCP leadership. And Japanese people, because our, like the past, what, like 30, 40, or 50, like decades, for decades, somehow we have been somewhat in a peaceful position. Of course, a large part of it comes from America, as I always tell you that. The fact that there are U.S. bases here, and then you guys kindly, put us under your nuclear umbrella, and we are protected by you, by the presence of you, and this alliance, between our countries, and yeah, it is the main reason why we Japanese can be like this, and yeah, but so because of that, though, like our everyday life has been kind of peaceful, and then Japanese people have, I think the majority of people have taken it for granted, and they weren't interested in politics for decades, and they're just, minding their business. But now, like Hong Kong situation was really shocking to many people here. And then those young people were protesting against CCP. They wanted democracy, but then they got swallowed by CCP. And then Taiwan is now in danger, and we can see how militaristic China is around Taiwan. And together with that, like China is coming to Senkaku Islands of Japan, like near Okinawa. And then the war in Ukraine broke out. Russia started to invade Ukraine, Ukrainian people are fighting, and then that a lot of Japanese people then woke up that the people generally here are taught in school that the reason why Japan is peaceful is because of the peaceful constitution. Japan's constitution is prohibiting us from, having military power to attack other countries, and many people. It's because of our education, but as a result, like people believe that it's or had believed that it is because of the constitution, like, oh, we just chant peace, oh, we are peaceful nation, we will not invade other countries, we will not be the aggressor, so because of that our country should remain peaceful. That's what the majority of people were thinking. But now we are realizing, Ukrainian people, like they didn't go invade Russia or anything. It's that Russia came to Ukraine, and then they are defending and defending. But Biden administration didn't let them attack in Moscow and so on. Only the terrorist organizations could do it. I don't think they're like terrorists. They're just fighting, but like, that's the label that people use. But yeah, like Ukraine cannot officially attack or couldn't attack Russia. So it's not even the fair fight, that Ukraine has to defend. But defending to defend doesn't work, and the Russia just comes to push the front line to your side more and more. So then Japan, our media has been reporting the details of the war like on a daily basis. We still do. We still it's I think the quantity has decreased, but still like we hear a lot about Ukraine situation. And so I think that, people generally, I think, feel close to Ukraine, and that we are just seeing that, oh, the next will be us with China. The aggressor will be China. And as I said in my video, like China, since 1995, they're, what do they call that? Defense? Is it defense budget? Do they call it defense? Like military budget has increased by 30-fold. in the 3 decades, and it's crazy. Like we're just trying to Japan is we only have like 1% of GDP, and now we are trying to double it, to bring it to NATO standard. But yes, anyway, I'm rambling. Yeah. You don't get lost with words, Yoko. Your English is great. Yes, really. Thank you. That makes me happy. Thank you. Let's see. I don't like dictators. I've wanted that for a decade. Yeah, Kim Jong Un won't give up without force. It'll have to be. Yeah. Now Kim Jong Un's daughter is growing up to be a lady. I saw a picture of his sister. Like she got really scrawny. I didn't go confirm the pictures though, but I did see this like scrawny looking Kim Jong Un sister, and then instead keep seeing Kim Jong Un's daughter. Like she was like chubby and really looking like a child, but now like she's growing, like kind of getting fit than before, and then growing up to, and it's just making me think that, oh, like she'll be powerful in North Korea. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Yes, China and Russia wants to use Kim. We built an enemy after the war, remarkable post-war moment that brought our countries together. Yeah, starting to find out the hard way. Sanae Takaichi's election, a great sign of Japan waking up. Yeah, I think that some people were saying that, oh, Takaichi, like it was a weird timing to have our national election, but she did it anyway at this time. Like it affects our fiscal year, like our budget. It has to be done. Like our fiscal year starts in April and ends in March. It's different from the US. So like at the end of next month, like we have to complete our budget, like our national, our parliament members are talking in the diet to make it happen. But like because of the election, the schedule went way later, so the deadline is coming, and people were saying like, oh, we might not make it in time and blah blah blah. But Takaichi still wanted to do it because China is looking weird right now. Like economy is bad, and at the same time though, like militarily, of course they will not stop. And at the same time, like Xi Jinping is firing his like basically his like top people of the military, and some people say that, oh, because he fired the top level people from the military, that should mean that Taiwan invasion or Taiwan emergency will not happen right away. But if you look at it differently, it might mean that Xi Jinping is getting rid of all the people with possibilities of going against Xi Jinping. So as a power struggle, Xi Jinping just wants to make sure to get rid of all the dangerous people for him, so that he can, calmly start his military operation to conquer Taiwan. So like things are looking kind of sketchy in China. I don't know what's happening. If I remember correctly, Takaichi said that she wanted to be elected by the people, not just chosen by the Diet as a successor, in order to secure a popular mandate from the citizens. Yeah, that's important, because if she wants to lead the country, like she can't, remain the minority in the parliament. and she knew that her support rate has been great, like really, really like historically high. And like among the young people, like teenagers to 20 something people, it's what, like 90%, at least like 80%, and it's crazy. But at the same time, like usually, like we don't have elections this season, so it happened once before maybe, but like it's snowing everywhere. It's so cold to do the campaign, and the premise was awful to do this election out of nowhere too. So like our people engaged in preparing for the elections, like printing the ballots, and also we have to put posters on a board that is located in each region, and the people, the factories, making that board, like they were having issues preparing and so on too, because it was a short-term preparation too. But yeah, but what I'm trying to say though is that like it was a weird timing, but now we are seeing all this like dramatic changes in the world. So yeah, we are realizing like, oh, Takaichi was like her decision was good. Yeah, there are a lot of powerful women right now. I agree. Isn't it interesting? The thing though, like, like if you look at Meloni from Italy, and yeah, isn't it interesting that so with Japan and Italy and the UK, we are making a fighter jet together. So that's a great project, but two of the leaders are actually female, so that's kind of cool. And I really want the UK though to do something about their leader. I want UK to have a conservative leader so that the world order or G7 balance would be better. And I know that Epstein, right? Epstein file is damaging the administration, but the leader is not quitting. So that's yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, if he quits now, then I guess the country will go kind of unstable, and that is not good either. But right now, it's not looking good either. And Starmer just visited China for economic reasons. Like, it's the Europeans. Like, like Meloni has been good, but other leaders like Germany and so on too, they go visit China, and I can't. That's why I can't trust Europe. Like Japan right now is like we are deeply diving into the war against Russia. We are standing side by side with Ukraine to support the country against Russia, right? But if you look at the world map, we are really far in the east, but we are going all the way to support Ukraine and to engage in the European politics, right? We are contributing a lot. And we are hoping that because that's what friends do, like if we help you, we expect you to help us too, and we are in trouble. And they're going to China to support our enemy. Like, what are you doing? And it's a historic pattern. It's always, Europe is always like that. So that's why I want a conservative leader in the UK, because UK's presence is strong in Europe. Like France wants to take the lead, but still the UK is powerful. Yeah. Starmer from the UK was quick to say his country had nothing to do with the attack on Iran. Really? He needs to go, in my opinion. Like, I shouldn't meddle in the domestic politics, but if I may dare to say, that's my opinion, because he even authorized the mega embassy of China, right? So horrible. he's not looking good even from Japan, especially like it's not only conservatives because as for China's problem with Japan, liberals, there are different kinds of leftists in Japan. Like there are liberal, like a somewhat moderate leftists, and then we have democrats, and then communists too. They officially live here, but like moderate leftists, like so-called like liberals, they they support human rights, and so when they look at China, they see the victims such as Tibetans, Uyghurs, Southern Mongolians, Hong Kongers, and we like it doesn't matter if you're on the right side or left side. We as a country, we have even passed a resolution in the parliament to condemn China. We couldn't name call China because we're our ties are too deep with China. Unfortunately, like economically, so we can't really massively attack China, especially considering how hysterical they go, to accuse Japan all the time. So it was a moderate resolution, but still we condemn China. And of course, like leftist, they cooperated with us too, and it went well. Yeah. So I think that our liberals are learning that, how like in America too, like Hillary Clinton, for example, or Nancy Pelosi. she's retired though, right? But like Nancy Pelosi is actually very popular in Asia because what was popular because she really like cared about Asia and the human rights of Asians, and even conservatives in Japan, like we are like to a certain extent, we are thankful for her involvement as an American politician, and yeah, so I think that through the through working with Tibetans, Uyghurs, Southern Mongolians, and Hong Kongers, like liberal people here in Japan have learned that even though liberals in Japan generally support the peaceful, like what's it called, a pacifist constitution, like we don't want to. We don't want to do anything, like peace, 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 right? That's the standard, that had been the standard leftists in Japan. But liberals nowadays, who are engaged in human rights activities, they have learned that overseas, like in America or in Europe, like there are people like liberals supporting the human rights of the victims oppressed by China and Russia and so on. So that's a good shift, I think, that because national security shouldn't be bipartisan or anything, that it shouldn't be separated, right? That we should all be together on that, like when it comes to issues like this. Yeah, Restore Britain Party is looking good for UK. I actually disagree on that because Restore Britain Party is like the right wing party, right? Because we have like over here in Japan we have Sanseido, and Sanseido is actually almost did the same thing with the party in the UK because what we need is a strong majority. Right. Takaichi is so powerful that we weren't affected as much as we could have been. But basically, if you have another party on the right side, then the big party, like this right-wing party, will not fight the leftists. They will fight the somewhat conservative party. So it's the fight within the right side, if you know what I mean. So the votes of the people on the right side are limited. So what you do by that is to decrease the conservative party. As for Japan, it's LDP. and it doesn't end well in elections because it's about the votes, like whose votes are you gonna get from where, and as if it's the new vote foundation, then that would be okay. But still, like you would, if you are going for one seat, for example, in a region, and then if those people take it from the Conservative Party, then that's not good. Yo. Yuko, did you watch the SOTU speech? What is that? What is the abbreviation? You got some beautiful eyes, Yoko. Oh, oh, thank you. Oh, super chat. Thank you so much, Cranberry. Thank you. What does your husband think of the? What is that? Israel flag, right? He actually went out. He's usually here. I'm gonna ask him when he gets back. Yeah, but I mean, he wrote it though. He wrote his opinion on X actually. Where was that? Let me get. Let me go to my husband's X. He's on X, but he doesn't. He only posts in Japanese. My husband. He has 4.8 thousand followers. Let's see. Oh no, he retweet kind of like a cited Nikki Haley. but Nikki Haley, I know that you guys don't like her, but you know, my husband was citing this. Operation Epic Fury is a true example of good versus evil. Let's see, where was it? See, my husband says this. I'm gonna hit the translation. He says, because they say things like opposed changes to the status quo by force, that's a discussion in Japan, you know. It ends up looking like there's no logical consistency in times like this. If they simply said dictators and aggressor states are evil and the axis of evil is Japan's enemy, you'll be clearer. I mean, clear. You'll be clear. Yeah. Oh yeah, our Ukrainian friend in Japan, you know, Gurenko Andriy-san. He's usually critical of Trump, but he was saying this. He said, I wanted Ukraine to take revenge for the mass killing of Ukrainians, but unfortunately, because Ukraine is weak, it didn't have the strength to defeat this monster on its own. But thank you, Israel and America. Justice must be served on the mass murderer. So Ukrainians are happy about it. Generally, I think because Iran is helping Russia. Let's see. Oh, and my husband also says that, you know, some people, those who are against wars, you know, leftists in Japan, they're generally just against this attack, right? Because there are casualties that take place. And then my husband cited that and said, it's not only war that takes lives. We must not forget that the mass killing of citizens by authoritarian regimes and the export of indiscriminate terrorism continue to take lives. While there is nothing better than the absence of war, there are unavoidable cases where it is necessary to eliminate a greater evil. Yes. And also citing President Trump, my husband says, Khamenei has vanished. Next up is Putin or Kim Jong-un. It's time for peace through strength. It is time to crush the axis of evil. So yeah, my husband is such a fighter. So he also liked the list of this. Can you see? Now Khamenei is gone. So it's interesting because this Ukrainian lady had posted this in January, I think it's yeah, January, she posted this, right? And then, and 10 hours ago, she posted this, and Khamenei is gone. So, yeah. But yeah, yes. I forgot where I was going. I wanted to say something. See. Yes. Anyway, any more questions or super chat? State of the Union. Oh, State of the Union? Is it the massive speech by Trump where he talked like was it like 2 hours, nearly 2 hours? Is it the one? To be honest, I trust Restore Britain 10 times more than Sanseto. You know, both parties are fueled by Russia, right? Russia wants to divide the power, so it's the ruling power. So Russia always helps, like right wing parties. They are like a master of information war. You know, like Putin is from KGB. Like he knows everything about human psychology. So you gotta be careful because politics is not about, you know, who's saying the right thing. It's about what kind of results are caused by the people by saying the things that they're saying. So you gotta always stick to the results. Like you must get rid of all your emotions and objectively see what is happening as a result of the actions that each person is taking. So Sanseito, for example, it's a really a threat to Japan's democracy. And as for the UK, you know, as a result, the Labour Party won. And that's the result that you have to pay attention to. There were no conservative parties in the Britain until Restore Britain came into being. That is the issue. People don't realize how much the Overton window was shifted in the last 15, 20 years. Isn't it about, like, I don't know about the UK politics, but what happens in Japan is that because LDP is such a powerful, big party that has, you know, been the ruling party of Japan for such a long time, people want power, right? Those who want to become politicians want to have power so that they can reflect their policies in the actual politics. So what happens is that people, and also in order to, you know, become a politician, you have to be a candidate of the party that is strong enough to win. So what happens is LDP gets really, really popular. All sorts of ideologies, people, you know, like different ideologies. It doesn't matter. They just want to run from LDP. So then the LDP becomes massive and the competition is happening, and then they kind of get polished, you know, by fighting within and so on. Yeah. And so it's what happens is that it changes over time. It's LDP is like a big container, and there are people like Abe and Takaichi, and there are people like liberals like Ishiba, the former Prime Minister Ishiba. He's extremely liberal, but same party, and it really depends on what kind of candidates you have, I think. Yeah, a record to our State of the Union speech. He even stayed on the script. Oh, really? Probably made Iran relax. Yeah, I saw the news. Like it was covered on our news as well, on TV and so on. And my first impression was that, wow, like Trump really has the energy, you know, like the vitality. Like I'm 40. And I don't think that I can make a speech. Like, I'm live streaming, I'm sitting down right now, and I don't have to, like, I need to be careful with what I say, but it's not as extreme as the world watching you. And Trump, though, like standing up, and he has all the script and everything, and then he has to be careful with what he says and so on. And it's such a stressful environment. And also, he has to do all the present, like, he has to make a presentation for the United States. And that needs a lot of stamina. And he can just do it. And if you consider his age, like, I don't know how he does it. Like, he's so powerful and energetic, and I really wish to have that much strength and energy when I'm older. Like, can you imagine, like, people around you, like elderly people, like, they are not as powerful, like, physically. So, did you see the Pokemon joke? No, I didn't. What? That was? It was amazing. Cool. Cool. Trump is typically unfiltered. I mean, he can just say things, but yeah. I concur with your husband. We need to make a Mecha Gundam Mega Gundam for him too. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I actually didn't read today's newspaper, by the way, but yeah, like Japan NSC, do you see NSC took place in Japan, and like a National Security Council, I think is the abbreviation. But Takaichi said on Twitter that to make sure that our people are safe, and that we need to do what we need to do. It's a practical things only as for Japan. Yeah, just collecting information as for Japan's end. But yeah, I wonder how. By the way, I see Clinton. His face changed so much. He aged so much. Yeah, like I couldn't see that it was him, but about Epstein file, you know, he doesn't know anything about the crimes, and more news inside with the map here, but Middle East, massive power. Oh, Trump senpai, you see, USA, USA. Oh, the nuclear like negotiation kind of ending that. Yes. Yes. Anyway, anything else to talk about? My husband and I were supposed to go to the shrine today. I don't know if he still plans to. He's like 4. In Japan, by the way, if we have a deity time, like a divine time, like it's after the sun sets. So you are supposed to go while the sun is up. Explosion! Tehran, confused or chaotic. You see the traffic and people looking up the skies, siren. Yeah. It's so interesting that the world is watching this, though. That we are, like, wherever you live, if you're in a developed country, you get newspaper and all the news coverage, and we are all talking about the same thing. That's interesting for me. Yes. Wasting away. Have you seen all of the cheering from inside Iran? You go, I did. And also I saw I saw Los Angeles too. The people are cheering up. It was a CNN coverage actually. I think I saw, and they were basically they had to praise that too. My guess, by the way, from now on is that Trump would keep doing things like this, like negotiate, and if they don't listen, they will show power, and then the world will be forced to change, for the better, with America's initiative. So as a result, like when he is, coming towards the end of his term, I have a feeling that he will eventually get the Nobel Peace Prize as he wishes. I think he will receive the. By the way, I see this as well. January it was Maduro. Who is the February guy? And then Khamenei, and then yeah, such an eventful year already. Oh yeah, like Tehran. I see. Yeah. Oh yeah, here is a commentary that I read here. Like Mr. Minamura is an expert regarding China, and I'm going to translate this. China and Russia, which back Iran, are becoming reluctant to support Iran because they are leaning toward a deal with President Trump. Meanwhile, China is aiming for concessions on the Taiwan issue in return for acquiescing to a U.S. attack on Iran. What is that word? Yeah, I hope you I hope you got it. Yeah. And someone was saying that may this day come for China. People are celebrating. Yeah. I hope that people like anti-Trump people will see what Trump is trying to do. Yeah. And I think I need to translate the Japanese reactions. I might actually make a video to just organize everything, all the information that are scattered around in Japan. What like for example, you should follow our, foreign ministry too. They issue statements always. So yeah, and what our foreign minister is saying and so on are there. Yeah. Another thing. Oh, I wanted to see this. It says that it's in Israel that our NHK's emergency sound is used, but I don't know if it's true. But anyway, what else? What else to talk about? I walked up to the Kushida Shrine there in Fukuoka Annai last year, and now I know why it was empty. What do you mean? Oh, at night? Yeah. Usually you have to go in the daytime. Yeah. I was watching it pretty much live. Crazy world we have. Yeah. Man. Giving up. Oh, I see. Such a big word. I can't believe that after studying English for how many years? Eh? I can't even count. Wait. 25 years. 25 years I've been studying English. Or 3 decades? Almost? Yeah, so for such a long time, and I still don't know the words. I'm learning though, like, I started to pay attention to America's politics back in 2015, when Trump said that he's gonna run for the presidency. That was the time I started to read like English news. And back then I didn't understand a thing because I didn't have background knowledge, and also the English expressions were very, very, like, the formal English was really, really new to me, and so I had to learn, like, starting from 10 years ago. And I think if I like when I look back my older videos, I'm speaking in a weird way, and also my pronunciation is wrong here and there, and I'm still learning. I'm getting better. I'm definitely getting better, but still, so much to learn. Oh, Super Chat, thank you so much. The joke was the U.S. Trump collecting dictators like Pokemon. That is so funny. Oh god, somebody has to make the card like a you gotta make it into an AI video or something. I wanna see that. I know many people in Japan. Your English is great. Thank you. You know why I'm good at the English though? Because I love it. I love, like, no offense to English speaking people in other regions. I see the great things about their accent as well. But I just love the American English. Like, it melts my heart. Like, every time I hear American just speaking. You guys, if you meet me in person and just speak American English, I will be like, oh, just by speaking your mother language. I'll be probably like, oh, seriously, you have the best pronunciation. So I that's why, like, instead of listening to the music, sometimes I do listen to American music as well, but like your language is like music to my ear, like, literally, and I just listen all day long. All day. You have no idea. Except for when I'm like watching a gameplay of a Japanese YouTuber, I was actually watching Biohazard Requiem. Is it Biohazard, or is it some, I don't know, like Requiem. I was watching that. The graphic is so crazy. But except for that, I watch Netflix, I watch YouTube videos, and yeah, I'm always listening to American English. You know so many words, Yoko, and you speak with an American accent, not speaking Japanglish. I learned the Japanglish. Sorimasen, arigato much. I really love that video. I shared it on X recently, so if you go back on my feed, you can find it. That girl who did it on the train did it so well. The expression was just priceless. Yeah, chotto minute. We use a lot of the same words for different things. Yes, you do that. You know what I noticed today, though? I noticed an interesting pattern of American English. Your When you praise someone or something, the expression is actually very, very, like, what's the word? Like, harming. Like, you're killing it. You're killing it. And after an interview, someone said, like, oh, you destroyed it. Smash that like button. So violent. You're killing it. You're destroying it. It's so, I noticed a pattern today, like, randomly after watching I was watching just like a self-development type of interview. And at the end of the interview, oh, like, oh, thank you, kind of greeting, what's happening. And then the host was like, oh, you destroyed it. It's so interesting how negative things sound positive. Yeah, Japan's yabai is everything. If you know yabai, just say yabai to everything. And if you want to have a slang conversation, it will just make sense. You know, you know what? I did this today. Eh, yabai. Good. If you, I don't know, if you met somebody, if you're talking about meeting some celebrity, oh, I met this guy today. Eh, yabai, right? And if you dropped your wallet somewhere, you don't know where, if you're talking about it, eh, yabai, yeah, it will work out. By the way, if you're talking to a Japanese person, and you don't know what to say, like kind of thing, like nodding and so on, and if you don't know what to say, just say just in between of hey and eh, just say just make stupid sound like that, and you will look like you are in the conversation. Sewage pipe. Sewage pipe? What does it mean? You could complain easily. That's a compliment. Really? Yay! But I also noticed about what I noticed lately about American English is that you guys know how to be kind of loose. And it's not only linguistically too. It's like you gesture too. Japanese people, when we talk, it's like, and it's not in our culture to have a gesture. Like some people do, like those who speak like me, we always use that. But how a gesture, like for example, if politicians are making a speech and want to use a gesture, Japanese politicians will be like, huh. It's like, like katana sword, right? Like, we're gonna make this country a bigger, stronger, right? That's our, that's our gesture. But Americans are like, it's really soft. Like even the Disney movie, it's anime, and it's like, oh, it's super soft, how it moves. Japanese anime, like right? Like the movement is different, and how we speak too. Like in Japanese, we do have like all the so-called intonation, like ups and down, and we do have like strength and weakening point. But we usually it's like a machine gun, like "Konnichiwa, minasan," da 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 da, right? But Americans is like, "Oh, hello, everyone." You're dancing always, and you gesture too. It's like it flows like a Disney movie. Like, oh yeah, oh yeah. How are you, man? You're always like dancing. And that's something that when I'm like talking about politics and going like serious, then I have a difficult time like kind of losing it, like I'm talking like this, like nonstop, like in a monotone, same rhythm, right? But I gotta speak like Americans with stressing and riding the wave and yeah. Okay, anyway, enough goofing around. Oh, super chat, thank you so much. I love Japan, great people and culture. Yes! Banzai! Banzai! Even when we go, like, Americans are like, are you, hey, say, are you, hey, say, right? Japanese people, banzai! 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 We're so stiff. Anyway, are we going to the shrine? My husband is back, by the way. Yatta! Did you guys see what was that series called? Heroes. Yatta! Mashi Okada, right? He was so good. Yeah. Stress time versus syllable time languages. Yeah, that's so true. Yeah. So I'm still learning. But when I talk to American people, though, I remember like meeting Sarah Carter, for example. She speaks such a beautiful American English, of course. And like when I was with her, I remember like my English was kind of like withdrawn to her accent. And I remember like, oh, I can now speak like American, while talking to her because I was unconsciously like copying her speak. So yeah, I think I need American friends in that sense. Yeah, Japanese the languages are more defined in Japanese. You think? Sumashu. I saw that video, Yoko. That's why I mentioned it. Oh, I see. American music is on in Japan half the time. Doesn't matter if you are in Fukuoka or Nagasaki or Osaka or Iwakuni. Yeah, we listen to American English, I mean American music a lot. This American born comedian based in Japan. I think he does YouTube and so on. He was saying that he goes to a gym and then he hears like Taylor Swift music, in the gym, when he wants to like, do all this hard work, and then he hears like teenager music like Taylor Swift. And he's like, no, he was posting stuff like that. Like, that's not the music I want to hear. Yeah. What are you looking forward to see in the Trump Takaichi meeting? I am hoping that Takaichi will tell Trump that China is the enemy of Japan and the US, and that Japan will be there, 120% to stand with America, that we will collaborate well together, and we need to exclude China. And China is a threat to the world order and world hegemony. So I really hope that she will just, give him the basic like a foundation of the thought process. Because Trump is such a good guy that he listens to people and he often gets influenced, just like Putin. Like Putin is a KGB guy. He knows what to say to manipulate and control all the other people, in the world. So he knows how to approach Trump, and then that's often talked about in Japan that, he is like, Putin is influencing Trump. So like that how Trump is affected by the last person that he spoke to. And I think it's a good thing, that it shows how seriously Trump listened to people when he speak to them. So that's a good thing. So I really hope that Takaichi will take advantage of that and that to, make sure that like Japan and America stay on the same page. Yeah. And yeah, and I also Takaichi needs to make sure that Trump does not compromise against China. Like China is just like Russia. China wants to make their country look way bigger than it is and more capable of what they actually do. They have the tendency culturally. So I hope that, we can somehow reveal the true being of China. Do people underestimate Trump and think he's being manipulated when he's actually working towards a goal? That's true too. And it's like a madman theory, like I know that Trump is serious when he, shows like, oh, like if you don't listen to me, I will do this and that sort of things, and people think that it's gonna happen, but it did, for example, in Iran. Yes, I agree, and it's great though that it's it's kind of like it's one way to be intimidated like from the get-go, but at the same time I think the shock is bigger when those leaders, who underestimated Trump, and then Trump shows real power, and then they are destroyed, and that's mentally, I think they get devastated more than they normally would have. Do you know Lay's real talk? I don't think so. Well, people still like to work out to Power Jam. Power Jam! Was it CNC Music Factory or Rage Against the Machine? Rage Against the Machine. And other motivational music. Power Jam, I remember writing to radio station locally, and they gave me a like a package of all the musicians, and Power Jam, like a notebook was there. Yep. I'm guessing Trump's frame of mind now, but I think Trump likes to have people guessing, so they always try to be on his good side. Oh, true. I think that is true too. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you don't want to make him angry. Yeah, it's a part of the reasons why I started to support Trump in the first place. When he started to say that he's going to run for the presidency back in 2015, our people had believed that Hillary Clinton will win, But I saw the Trump train and all the movement in the US, which was spreading like crazy. I knew of that, so I realized like my country is not ready for Trump administration, and it looked terrible. It would have looked terrible if Japan didn't, like if we weren't prepared for the new government of the United States, right? Like I felt really threatened by the fact that our people didn't know a thing about American politics, because they were buying all the rhetoric by the mainstream media of here, which is copying and pasting the mainstream media reporting of the US, because they have partnership, they don't always dispatch their people and have a bureaus. They just collect all the information from partnered stations in the US. And then I thought that Japanese side need to be ready and show, support for Trump, because he was likely to win, especially. So I'm glad that I, took the chance and started to do that, and met you guys through the process. Yes. Takaichi just needs to keep being based. That will be enough to help on the world stage. Cool. I mean, she's got a really strong belief about what she needs to do, and she's not really like a ideology person. She is more about policy person. She sees the problems in Japan, and in order to solve the problem, she comes up with policies to actually solve those issues, and she doesn't really talk about the emotions and so on. She's like, oh, here's a problem, and to solve that, I will do this and that and so on. So very practical, and that's why she is strong, because she doesn't say things like, "Oh, this is good and bad" or anything. Um, yeah, yeah. I remember you from back then. Yay! Yeah, you are such a long years of subscriber. I thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, yes. I wonder if we are going to the shrine. I woke up too late. So, anyway, did I tell you all the things that I was supposed to? Like I bookmarked all these things from. Let's see, anything else? Oh yeah, this Japanese expert working at Hudson Institute posted, I'm gonna read it. If Iran possesses nuclear weapons, Saudi Arabia could develop similar weapons. Once Iran becomes a nuclear armed state, it will be very difficult for the US to intervene militarily due to the extremely high risks. Yes, that's what he said. Japan must choose a side and support the US because this is a war. Without choosing a clear side, the US will not choose a side when Japan needs the US support. And there's no other choice anyway. You should follow this guy, Dr. Satoru Nagao. Yes. He comments in English often, so, and then he translate too. So, yes. Oh yeah, next will be Cuba, right? Cuba, maybe. Next target, Cuba. Oh, I'm excited. Okay. Yeah. Oh, by the way, as for Iran, like Japan's standpoint, by the way, with Iran, it's not necessarily bad. Like we have a somewhat good relationship with Iran, and I believe that when the U.S. wanted to talk to Iran, like Abe was in there, there to help organize that and so on. So directly we don't have a bad relationship, but Iran is helping Russia. Russia is our enemy. They are illegally occupying our islands, and they abducted or like forcibly took our soldiers to Siberia and used them as slaves, like 600,000 of them, and they haven't apologized yet. They raped our women, and some of them had to go through some of them committed a suicide. Others came to actually to the port of my region, Fukuoka, and then they had to do the illegal abortion because they didn't want to have the babies of the Soviet Union soldiers and so on. And we haven't received any apology from Soviet Union or Russia, and they're rather intimidating Japan with military force, in the air and at the sea. And then Iran has been helping Russia, so indirectly, they're they're positioned in the opposite side, our enemy side. So, yeah. Trump said he's wanting to do a soft takeover of Cuba. Iran lacked 30,000 of its own citizens, though. Soft takeover. Interesting. It's interesting how, when it comes to, the close countries to the US, it's not like hardcore attack like Iran. Yeah. But yeah, Iran. I really hope that everything will get settled soon. Anyway. 神社は行くの? It seems we are going to the shrine. Then should I end this stream? Super chat has stopped, so I guess I gotta go. Yeah, but it's a great day, America. Thank you, America, for I see all your commitment to make the world a better place. Thank you. You're the best. You are the biggest, strongest country in the world, and you are, doing everything like like the leader or a leader is expected to, and it's amazing, and we don't take it for granted. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, one last thing. We see reactions. Like I saw from Mr. Shimada, the former House of Representative member. Huh? Yeah, Nikki Haley wrote that too. But they don't like Nikki Haley. But Mr. Shimada, he's a former professor too. He wrote that he is so glad that Kamala Harris isn't the president of the US right now. Because none of this would have happened without Trump. If Kamala Harris was there, everything would be like me. So thank you for choosing Trump. Okay, it's making the world a better place. It's really, at least, it's shining a light on the people that weren't, recognized by the world. Now we look at the Venezuelan people, we look at the Iranian people, and all the people who are oppressed by their very own government. So thank you for choosing Trump, and let's hope that he stays safe too, because you have no idea how terrorists will act. So protect Trump for me. Okay, have a nice time at the shrine. Thank you. Here at the last second again. Oh no, very last second. Prediction this week? I actually have no idea. Japan is busy in the parliament, but yeah. Oh, but Takaichi is leaving for the US soon, I think, like March, is it? In a few weeks. So, yeah, we will see what's going to happen. Thank you, though. Enjoy the shrine. Thank you. We'll keep landing. Always great to hear. Shout out to Japan. Thank you. You mispredicted the war with Iran. It's so true. Yeah, I'm not really bright on issues in the Middle East, so yeah. Kamala Harris was in, we all look like Minnesota right now. Thank you. Okay. Have a good night, and thank you so much for your super chat. I saw a red super chat today too, so I'm so happy. Thank you so much. Okay. Try to get caught up. Okay. Bye. You are shy.